Like in
There's a chance they'll
pubs.
be here.
Right,
I'm just like, it just helps just to have any idea rather than no idea. Right,
Yeah.
I'm sharing. Right, you see?
Alright, I'm in.
Okay, right. Do you see what we're looking at here?
Is it this side hold?
Yeah, Disad hold second, right? So people always push Valley when they're pushing out of last, and they leave a demo lobby. We know that, yeah?
Right,
Therefore, we have a soldier getting buffed here. Medic leaves choke. Have a Solly on this position here because he's spamming long range. You can have a scout like spot over here if you want to call it early. But the idea is that you have a soldier spamming from grass. I've got sticky shutter. The fact that this concrete thing is in the way means that I can shoot stickies and pipes over that, so they can't even see them coming whilst they're walking here. And then you just have a
right.
soldier either do a high bomb onto them, or what Mackie used to do, which was just the best thing ever, was he would use Pain Train every game. And this high bomb and then just going straight to last is like, he got so many back caps doing that. But obviously,
Right.
the scouts, the idea is they just leave, medic leaves, I stay cheese, and I just leave cheese.
Scout isn't too complicated. It's
No,
like
you just leave.
yeah, I'm worried about the demo being. What if they don't go through Valley though? Like, what if they pop through Shutter?
If
Because I've
they
seen teams pop through Shutter a few times.
if they pop through shutter and chase me cheese, then we just wrap them and go last because all of our players can do that, or they've just wasted an Uber killing me. That might even be difficult because I've got stickies there. Like if they,
Yeah, you might be able to like skybox them.
I'll juggle them. Yeah, if they use out of last into me cheese, it's like likely a throw, right? I imagine just doing that straight into one demo. Like
Yeah,
in
again.
Prem, this could be utilized. I agree, but I think in Div 2, it'll be if they just use into me, then we'll just have a back cap, no doubt, and or they've just wasted Uber on our medic leaves.
Or yeah, we'll at least have backup over.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like it's just not really optimal or a smart play for them. And then if they go Valley, which they do every time, we've got the soldiers in place to do their thing. But yeah. I mean, keep asking and just keep.
What about that? What about putting the soldier on that grassy area onto the corner fence and putting your flank scout on that grassy area so he can back cap and go shutter or lobby?
Well, because there'll always be a demo in lobby. In theory, it means that these doors should just never. It'd be like trying to go through baby door shutter in gully and a back cap. It's like you're probably not going to do it if you know the demo's gonna. If you haven't seen the demo, right? Like it's probably a feed because the demo.
I'm just seeing that position as scout is actually pretty good as well
Yeah.
to be up there because you can
yeah.
shoot them if they try bomb through like valley or something.
Yeah.
You are a bit full. You're very full.
You're a bit isolated, and all you need to do is scout and disad is just leave. Yeah, like
Yeah, not feed.
because the soldier being here also denies them walking out of this area, which you shouldn't do. But if they do, then they get absolutely annihilated.
Okay,
there.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because that's like a really good
But please,
like area
keep
for
asking.
a soldier to spam.
Yeah, just keep asking though. But the idea is there's just a few rockets there. The spam's coming over the concrete bit for the demo, and then a solid high bombs, or he just goes behind. But like just because they come valley like every time, right? We know that the combo pretty much always goes valley and a push out last.
What's with the white taunts?
That's Matak's stuff that I deleted. So just ignore that. So yeah, you sort of get where I'm coming from, right? Like if they use into me, it's probably a throw, and if they go valley, which they always should, there's two soldiers definitely spamming them. I'm spamming them. They can't go shutter, and this soldier's permanently being buffed. The medic just leaves choke, and I leave cheese. It's like
Okay.
yeah, because like if they use valley, then like who are they jumping to? The medic who's probably out for a choke for scout. You know, it's just like we want them to use in valley. That's the point. But yeah, like,
is it worth having flank scout play with you?
Yeah, maybe.
That's silly.
No, I think it's a good idea. I just think that it gives more value in them rushing through shutter to use, because then we could potentially.
Oh
yeah. I think it's a decent idea, but I think just get out and just let me die if they do.
Kind of a sacrificial lamb if they go shutter.
Yeah. I mean, this is the weird thing. This is another thing about Sultry is that I think a lot of the positions demo is alone, and that's fine. But people buy sixes on like standards sort of demo has to be of med, but
yeah.
But like, if you think about it, if they use into me, it's like go for it, fucking go for it, you know.
Yeah.
Like I would happily have them use into me and have our medic leave choke without.
Right, I get that now. I get that.
Yeah. It like Mac did have similar things to say about what you just said, but he was like in Div 2, like this is probably like definitely chill really, but in Prem there'd definitely be some like utilizations of using into me and stuff. And if they, for example, if I leave cheese and they see that, they might decide to just use through choke and catch me that isn't buffed. But this is all like top like Prem stuff he was saying. They're probably no one's really risking going into mid before you
Yeah,
cap
yeah. No
second.
one's really theory crafting or thinking about this
Yeah,
sort of stuff
like
yet.
so it's fine. But just keep asking stuff. If you like. The Disad thing is like there's only two really important bits, and it's that the Sentry is
Right.
this position, right? Have you know about this Disad Sentry
Yeah,
position?
why does the sentry go there though?
So the idea is that okay, the reason using through left is best is because the better teams should be putting a Sentry here on Disad, and if you use through right, whilst it's like your ad, obviously, this Sentry is actually really hard to kill because the demo sticks don't reach it shooting over the fence because the explosion radius is too small. So you have to commit far right, which is a long walk, and then you have to shoot it, and then you end on this side, which honestly I kind of feel like is worse because they can come out this spawn, which is harder to deal with. But if you own left, take left, just destroy the Sentry across point, you own the best area, you own the best spawn door, and then they're just going to get crushed in this corner like always.
It's like with Sunshine, you have that, or Process, you have those death corners.
Exactly. Max said
They're
the
like
same
locked in
thing.
the
It's
death
like a
corner.
Sunshine last hold kind of, but that's more to do with the equal hold. But
Right.
and the
I
demo
could
goes.
see, I could see you committing over right side and trying to go for the gun, and then the other sniper just goes heavy, and they just have a full buffed heavy on right and mowing you
Yeah,
down.
exactly. Like if you come out right spawn, it's so much easier than coming out this spawn over here.
Wait, where does the sniper watch? Right side to get the force,
I think
basically?
he just basically, yeah, I mean, he just needs to switch off, is what he needs to do. The thing is about using left as well, you're more likely to catch a dude from like in this area. Like, even on the point, you can get straight to the dude here. Like, and there probably will be someone on point, whether it be a heavy or soldier, but like, you just take better ground, you just can kill the sentry anyway. But this area, I don't like ending here. It just seems like ending on Sunshine, right? Which is like, I don't know. It's okay, but
It's not awful.
it's not awful, is it? But I'd rather like get a pick and a sentry kill easily. You know what I mean?
I honestly don't mind ending on top right. It
Yeah.
feels pretty strong, but
It's
I've
alright,
never really
yeah.
tried playing left, so I
Yeah.
think it's worth a shot to definitely
Yeah.
experiment.
Yeah. I was gulling out the map pool. That's a joke.
It is?
Samsky just said it is. Yeah.
Wow,
That's a
that's wow.
But
I can't
I won't
believe
talk
it,
about
man.
this Disad hold too much. But basically, demo just is always on left because it's
He's
easier to
sticking
rotate
point.
out. Right. Yeah, and it's just easier for the
Yeah.
demo to like rotate out here than it is for him to already be on right and then rotate out here. Because like I say, if you come out here, this is prime
They're
death
gonna get
zone. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, and the idea is
I
that this Sully is just already dealing with point, and he's always buffed.
right.
I'm a bit
Just
unsure
find
about the
soldier.
Roma, but I don't think he should be anywhere near us, if I'm honest. But
Alright, so the roamer's just probably getting vision and then just jumping out.
yeah, he's
basically.
making he's making the early call, and like the sniper can be on left making the early call for left, but it's just you're likely if they use through this door,
If
it's
they
because they
demo
probably want to
sticky,
catch the
you're
sniper.
gonna die.
Yeah, exactly. It's like
Right side feels a lot safer for sniper, because if your sniper dies, it's really hard to get like a. I mean, you can get a heavy out, but it's just a lot easier, you know.
yeah, but it's just like the key part of this last hold and Disad, in my opinion, is that this spawn door is just so much more in favor of your team than this one. Therefore, like rotating demo through here and there.
Do you have any
is better.
dispenser spot or?
Yes, I
is
do.
it
I do,
just-
but that's unequal. But yes, it is actually really important. Yeah.
Alright.
So
Wait, do you build the gun spawn then move it forward? Obviously.
I would put
Or-
it here and just be like, I would just put it here straight away,
Okay.
honestly,
Okay.
because I think just getting it here and then getting to level 2 is better than getting it level 3 here and then walking. And by that point, they're probably using in. So.
Yeah, and risking it.
Yeah, but this
that
Disad
they-
sentry spot is key. I promise you. Yeah.
I've had decent success just building the sentry gun basically where the demo symbol is, and
Yeah.
it does like
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. Well, this is what Max said. He said he prefers it there as well. Which is sort of because in his experience, it's been harder to kill the sentry in that position.
That's-
And I think just I just think that people haven't worked out like
I think I'll try
Experiment.
and mix it up.
Yeah,
I'll
mix it
try
up
and
a little bit.
I'll mix up the spot and see what
Yeah.
like works well.
I just find
what
that if
I'm
the sentry's
enjoying.
here, it utilizes the right side push a bit better, which I don't want them doing because, like you say, I guess it is really kind of like it's fine ending up here and like denying. I don't know. I think sentry's a little bit better here, but Mac in his experience said it's kind of better here. But I mean,
Give it a shot.
it might be just a division thing. But yeah,
I'm not sure really. I'll just.
do both.
I think it's like important to experiment and
Yeah.
try things out.
Yeah, because if
But
they,
I like the idea of having the gun be very very annoying to kill.
I think that what's happened is with the thing that Mac is saying is that in most like Div 2 pushes, people are just using right side because they don't know, and then the sentry goes down quicker here and it lives longer here.
Right.
But in Mac's experience, because people have worked out that pushing this side is better with ad, and then this gun is then harder to kill.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're right.
How's going under with the Uber? Is that good?
Um, I think that there's a risk of a soldier standing here and juggling you as you come through, and I think that it's kind of hard to find the sentry if it is behind here. Um, like I don't know, I feel like it doesn't achieve much more than just using through left, honestly, apart from risk of
I
being juggled
see.
and just being like snake water.
I,
At
I
least you can run to a side quite easily, but I don't know here. I feel like
yeah,
it's a bit
I
more.
thought it was gonna be a bit like Snake Water last, where you
Yeah.
could pop through lower and kind of choose whether you're going left or right.
I just think because this wall is in the way is what's different about this compared to snake. Like
Right, right, right.
trying to crunch them over here whilst going through here and not getting juggled is just like, and then you have to find the sentry. I just feel like it's a lot cleaner to own this side and own this spawn door rather than go up here and have them risk
Right.
rotating through here, and then it's like you've ended down here. I think maybe if they're caught top here, yeah, use through lower if they're in a bad position, but other than that, I would say left's better because I don't know, it just seems like juggle city to me, and like you don't really have like sight on where things are coming from, but left is a lot more
Right,
clear.
it's like a blind pop if
Yeah,
you're going
and it's
under.
like you can buff the Solly left a little bit easier. I feel like, and he can come in delayed, and then the sentry goes down. And rather than like having a Solly jump through left by himself, who might be less buffed, or have him tail behind lower, where he could get like met by a soldier or something. I don't know. I don't mind it, but I still think left is key. Sort of
Right,
don't
right, right.
fix it if it's not broken, sort of thing. Uh, and then Disad hold on mid is simple. Just leave
Yeah.
cheese. Because they should be coming frog if they don't want to use, and they should be coming choke if they do want to use. But if they go cheese, then they're just throwing because it comes a mid fight and easy to force them. La di la di la.
Yeah, I found it very nice on that Disad hold. I'm playing Pocket Scout where that Pocket Soldier is actually, because you can see everything, which I
Yeah,
think is super
yeah,
valuable to at least have anybody on that spot just spotting things.
yeah. I think like maybe pocket soldier could be on the roof. Haven't really decided, but as long as people are ready to leave cheese, like it's kind of fine.
Yeah.
But the idea again is the pocket scout just leaves. Like he can just be here and get vision and spam, or you can be here and just be vision. It's like to me, it just seems
Yeah,
like to
I
utilize the class more.
don't wanna play too far deep and then have Levi get caught. That's
Yeah,
like something
exactly.
I'm
Because the
worried
thing
about.
is, right, this is what I said. It's not obvious, but if you want to use into mid, use through choke because the angle is diagonal and you can cut them off easier. But if they use through frog, it's actually harder to take this corner and then cut you off. So I think it's better.
Oh yeah,
But just because of the
it's
choke
like
risk, it's better to play further back.
it's
With
like
the scout.
trigonometry, man.
Yeah.
You basically
Thanks,
do you never
Christian.
pop through cheese here ever? Basically.
Cheese is dog shit.
Right,
Because
because their combos just gonna be miles away. You
yeah,
will
yeah,
never
it's
get
like people
anything.
naturally go cheese into mid, but think about it. The mid fights are so uncomfortable on this map that you're just putting yourself in a situation where they want to force you, and you've just come cheese, and you're in literally the most
Yeah,
uncomfortable spot right
this
now.
Disad looks very natural because you have like the soldier spam site. The soldiers can double spam and the demo can spam like if they're trying to take it for free as
Yeah,
well.
yeah, yeah. So this is just
What's
like
the idea with flank scout here?
well,
Is
he
it
just
just
leaves to
to
me.
is it just to stop people getting behind?
Yeah, exactly. If they try to throw a Solly all the way over, like he'll contribute to killing him. But I obviously again the flank scout just fucking leaves.
Yeah.
But
Could you go for
yeah.
back caps here? Hmm.
It just seems so like
Back cap seems a bit like all or nothing. I guess frog or cheese is the best place
I
to
think
back cap.
well cheese is
And
your
if you're
best bet.
if you're saying cheese is dog shit, then it's probably best to go cheese.
Yeah, I think cheese is your best bet. But I'm not a flank player. I don't really know. But in my opinion, like you're just someone should be covering each door. So unless they've lost players, then it's not worth doing that.
I think it's a good mix up to have your scout. I think it's good to again be like a little bit dynamic to test the waters to poke and prod a little bit sometimes. But sometimes you might just want to play to live. It's like basically you're how much risk you're wanting to take when you're playing flank scout.
Yeah. Okay. But it's simple, right? We leave cheese.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
It's very simple if you're pocket and demo.
Right. This is when shit gets crazy again. People start freaking out. I know it's not this bit, but this is one part of it.
Disad.
So Disad, yeah. So right, because the way the map has tool chokes, like, well, if you stand on point on Disad, they will just use free. This is what I was trying to say in the game. If their combo is cheese, oh sorry, on point with Disad, you use
You
free
pop
cheese
two
and you cut them
cheese.
off this entire realm. Like they'd lose, they die. Do not stand on point with your medic if you're Disad.
Because you'll just get bricked in alley.
Yeah,
Basically.
they'll just use through cheese and cut you off. But if they're playing properly and leave Valley like this team is made here, I think that I think that walking choke is honestly better. Because cheese is like there's going to be sticks all cheese if the demo's in the correct position here of Disad. So, well, I'll just explain each position.
Frog looks ridiculously free though.
So the idea of this pocket soldier, I think, is that I think he can stand. Oh, can he stand? I think he can stand deep in frog and like spam if they come there, but he just needs to leave straight away. There's no like, oh, I'm gonna kill them because they're in like a corridor or
Nah,
anything.
you just like spot them.
Just
They're
spot it
going
and back
frog,
up.
and you counter jump.
Yeah, exactly. So he just spots it in the second they're called anywhere else. He just comes out to here and just spams, and then the soldier who's gonna be like over here bombs off this brick wall, and he'll be 300 again. The most important thing is that the soldier here is always going to be 300. I mean, you could have him forward, but it just depends what you want to do, I guess. But it's just I think it's a really effective bomb if they do come choke to like have him 300 jump off here.
I feel like this hole is very, very vulnerable for them to take it for free.
Yeah,
Take lots of space for
yeah.
free.
But I think with Disad, like on this point, if you have your combo, like I say, if you have your combo on point, right, they die from a use through cheese, which means that you have to have them like what in shutter or back here valley, like because you can't have the combo like on point, like I say. So
it felt nice being pocket scout and shutter because again I can see everything from there, and I liked.
Yeah.
having that
Well,
visual.
either we have a sentry like being built on last, or because I'll be shutter anyway. I'll be there. The idea is if they use through cheese into me, then at least I juggle them and everyone else leaves valley, right? This is what it says down here. If they use cheese, you leave valley of your medic, so he lives. If they use frog or choke, then your medic leaves lobby. And he just goes down.
I feel like if they Uber in on second, kill you, and kill one other person, they have a pretty decent chance at just dry fighting last right away.
Yeah,
That's pretty
for
damn
sure.
good.
But it's like, in theory, if they use into shutter, into me, then no one else dies because it's just me in lobby. Because you guys leave valley. And it will be so hard for them to chase me because I've got stick shutter the second that I basically the rotation is demo stands like here watching traps in cheese, backs up, sticky shutter, and then it's like, well, they have to chase me through shutter, and because of the way the lobby is, it's like you can drop down lower. Yeah, it's different because you can drop down lower, and like you just then have made too many corners between them. You're like their Uber and you. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, you like brick LOS.
Yeah, like it's still like demo isn't with the combo. I get it, but I can just get a buff through backing up a little bit, and medic will be in here anyway. So it's like there is time to get healthy. But yeah, like the idea is that cheese they've just got to deal with sticks because this is the biggest all they need to be there, and choke like we can just
I'll make sure to keep an eye on that because I imagine a lot of teams are gonna play. They're not gonna play like this hold. They're gonna play medic on point. So be just like
use through cheese. Exactly. Like I bet you they won't have a fucking clue where to stand at Disad. They'll just stand.
It's especially good that me and you are gonna be on like a similar page.
I hope so, Nintendo. Sort of I hope so. Yeah, like I know it looks really passive, but I think the soldiers could be arranged a little bit, maybe, but the scouts you don't want forward, and the medic has to be back here because he'll just get killed on point. So, like, if it's Disad, then you just kind of have to be willing to, like, give it up, unless it's, like, maybe you're close to getting Uber, and then you can maybe take an exchange and refight, but I think with Disad, it's just, like, going to be difficult. But you can spam them as they walk through here. If they go frog, they're throwing, so it's likely they're going to go choke. Sorry.
Is frog so bad?
Well, it's like imagine like just trying to walk through frog without using. Because also, if they're called choke, the idea is that I sticky frog and choke and just
you just start spamming it basically.
Yeah, because if someone rushes me whilst I'm spamming choke or frog, you can drop down and start shooting.
You could like rotate the beam over there. You could rotate flank scout.
Yeah, like people rushing me like is just probably a feed because you're a demo at shutter. You don't generally rush demos through shutter if they can see you coming.
Yeah.
So yeah. Like again, we can do anything, but if it comes to putting the medic on point, we're probably throwing, in my opinion.
Right. Okay.
Okay, this is where it gets fancy, and when people start freaking out, but it's like all really like
equal.
Yeah, it's all really like thought out this hold.
So you build out the sentry in the top left corner of that little square.
Yeah, and I'll explain exactly why the sentry is so important. I'll do it first actually because it's one of the key parts. So this sentry can't be spammed from any angle unless they start peeking here, which they probably shouldn't be able to, and they could have to always peek here. Demo spam is like the only real threat, but it's like that's such an unreliable spam angle to be there for that long. So it's just right. It just can't be spammed really as long as the team's doing the correct thing. Lower, this is the big bit, right? So lower, this Sentry specifically here, it shoots their legs before they can even peek it. So
Right.
they can't even fucking peek this in a million years, because like let alone the soldier spamming down lower. But with a Sentry, it shoots their legs. They can't even peek the angle. It's mad.
Is the position really precise?
Yes, it is specifically right at this angle. If it's like down here, they can peek their body and spam it. If it's over here, they can do the same. But right here,
Right.
it means that it shoots their legs, so they can't. And then left isn't even really a concern because the demo holds left and can drop down if he does start getting like pressured or whatever. But it's okay to give up like some of this area really, because all they really want isn't they don't want to walk in here. I mean, it's hard with a sniper here anyway, but what they really want is window. But just like with our like demo having sticks in lobby and our Roma's like he's got potential to jump on this wall here. He can shoot into the window from there. So it's like,
why not have dispenser right side?
um,
Like in that corner with the blue fence and blue barrels next to med.
um, I mean you can. It's just there's like not really any ammo for demo up here, and I end up carpeting quite a lot, so the dispenser comes in really useful.
Right.
Like
It's hard for that soldier and a demo really need to ensure they have ammo so they can spam.
yeah,
Basically.
yeah. I just think like yeah, like I just as demo I'm gonna be carpeting so much, and they'll keep clearing, so the dispenser is really useful for me. Honestly, yeah, maybe down here if you like, but I don't. Medic doesn't need dispenser armor. In this one, I don't think. Like this is where Jen used to play. Like he is the medic main. Like, and he was saying this is like by far the most comfortable spot because like what people are obsessed with putting medics up against walls, but I don't really know like why when you can just like see everything as medic and you can see a bomb coming and he can't get sniped because they can't own left and they can't peek lower. So like
So with the sniper rotates, it's like if they're left, you rotate sniper left.
yeah,
If they're right, you rotate
exactly.
sniper right.
Like it's just so
Okay.
hard to get an angle on this medic anyway, let alone with a sniper helping out. Um,
Alright.
yeah. But then if I need heals, the medic, if they have a sniper, he crosses behind point behind this wall, and I get a buff back here. So he doesn't have to go out in the open running over here trying to buff me. That's what Jen used to do, used to go behind point. But yeah, but the idea, right? So the idea is this is like one of the main bits that I haven't explained is that fucking people think right that we're able as a team to stop them walking right, but it isn't like that. If they want to walk right, they're gonna walk right. Do you know why? Because it's a big fucking door. So the idea isn't to try and stop them from walking through this door because it's just not going to happen. You're going to trade too much spam, like I argued on Snake Quarter last. You don't want to trade damage in a last hold because you want the biggest health pool. Therefore, just play the long range spam game and just play heals and healthy and turtle up. So the idea is that if they come right, I'm still watching left, but I've got less sticks there. But I can throw sticks over to the right. The soldier can spam long range rockets, whilst this one can be tanked, right? If this soldier gets knocked down, the other soldier jumps up and he's like pretty much probably healthy and ready to take his pause. And by that point, they've eaten literally by this point they've eaten 3 splash classes worth of damage, right? This is why this hold's good, because they've eaten all 3 splash classes damage trying to walk through here. No one's just trying to bust and take this. They're trying to take it slowly, and you've got all the time in the world to spam pipes and stickies and rockets at them. You never want 2 close range sollies being tanked. You want 1 long range one and 1 short range one. So he's getting tanked and he's doing max damage, and the other one's just playing healthy.
What if a soldier dies? Like, where do you want? What door is like most important to hold
I
if your
think
soldier dies?
let the demo hold left by himself and let the sent soldier hold right. Because I can still, if I get poked or pressured, I can always just back up on the floor and just own angles this way, and that's still good and still fine. So, yeah, but like this is what I'm saying. Like, as long as we've got 2 300 HP sollies, like, it should be kind of hard for anyone to die here. Like, really,
right.
Like, no one should just be like feeding into lobby if it's like this kind of hold. But the sniper should eventually do the work that you want to. And this is like a last hold I'm talking about. So when I say soldiers shouldn't be making many plays, I kind of like preach that because it's a soldier on last, and you can just let the sniper try and get the picks, or most importantly, go for round reset because of the new sixes rules.
Yeah.
Like people aren't utilizing the new sixes rules enough, which is reset to mid.
Yep.
This is what we did last season, and honestly, it was unbreakable. We reset to mid in Div 2 100 million times.
Yeah.
Oh.
Looks good.
Yeah. Mac does something entirely different. He does like a sort of sunshine type hold. because
He puts gun pyro top left or
yeah, he
something.
does that kind of thing. But yeah, I mean, it's just a sixes fundamentals thing. I think this can be abused if you have like a
This
really
looks
coordinated team, but I'm honestly
this
not
looks like a
convinced.
good hold to me.
I promise you, if they walk right, people start freaking out like, "Oh my god, how are we letting them in?" But it's like Snake Last, right? If they start walking right, no one's like, "How did they get through that door?" It's like, well, obviously, it is that is the case of the new meta of the demo top right. But before demo would hold top right, if people wanted to walk in right, that would be normal, right? No one was like, "How did they get in?" This is the same kind of thing up to this point. I promise you, because you can't stop them getting through this door.
You contain them in the box,
Yeah,
you know.
you can take you play a better health pool. Whereas if you try and stop them walking here, then you don't play a better health pool because you're all just too close. Like this, I'm just saying that because of the Google Docs thing that Nat put in, which was I'm not open minded to try whatever, but this worked solidly last season, so solidly.
Yeah, if you're saying it's unbreakable, it's absolutely something we
Yeah.
should
I just yeah,
get on.
I just preach it just because it's been tested and proven to work exactly like this. We were really
Yeah,
good at
yeah.
Sultry, I think. And I've done so much more research since then. But this last hold is really, really like good. In my opinion, it worked so well, and it's just people get obsessed that they're not meant to be able to walk right, but they are meant to be able to walk right up until this point. And this means that we play healthy. This dude's getting tanked. You know, imagine being a sniper being here as they're walking right. It's just like fuck
Yeah,
them.
it's like Kovac scenario at that point.
Yeah. And the you know, I haven't even talked about them spamming Sentry because I fucking can't. Um, but
Yeah.
yeah, and like if you, I wouldn't even recommend taking an exchange and just play spam game unless it's forced. But
How do you break the hold though? Right side?
um, well, I think if we have a sniper, they might try and want to exchange into us. If we have a pyro, they are going to try and maybe play sniper on us, play more angles.
Right.
Um,
But they're basically like the only way that they're breaking it is off classes basically, or
Well, I mean, any hole's breakable, but I think that the main threat is an exchange through right. This is why I'm saying I don't think the medic should stand against the wall because if you're a medic standing here and it's like, oh shit, they're exchanging around the corner and your medic's here, it's just so much more harder to
yeah.
react and see what's going on than it is here. Honestly, this isn't like my decision. This is like Jen where he'd put himself, and he is the best medic I played with by far, and he was more comfortable here than ever standing here. Like, just what is there to
Right,
gain? What
right,
is there to gain
right.
really from standing there? You just can't see anything. You know, sniper angle isn't a threat because lower he can't peek and left he can never peek because demo and soldier like um and
Got it.
then yeah and then spam it's like you don't have to worry about window because that's the whole point of the demo holding left, not because of this doorway, it's because window's your biggest break in a hold, and if they can't even get to it then you're
Right, okay.
good. So equal hold, more weird shit that people don't like because demo's by himself, but people don't complain about demo being big door and gully, do they? So the idea is demo is in this position, holding cheese as always, right? He's got sticks in cheese. He backs up when they break through, and he's got sticks on here, so it's hard for him to walk in. And then he's got sticks on shutter, and he's just spamming pipes at them from the shutter. Because the first thing that the demo's going to do on the enemy team is walk in, sticky shutter. Oh shit, I can't do anything, but I've got stick shutter denying a flank, and then I back up through lobby, and then instantly I'm with the medic instantly from this position. And then by that point we've already spammed solid rockets here, and maybe our
I guess
solid can
you also
sec.
yell at your flank scout to shoot stickies basically.
Where, sorry? Oh, what, the shutter? Nah, man, just like ignore him. I'll just back up and just spam pipes from over here. It's fine. It's a demo thing. You
Right.
don't have to worry about it, but I will do like a 3-part rotation. That's all on me. But
Oh,
I will find you and I will have stick shutter so no one can flank. Because right, we even said it
yeah.
ourselves, right? We're like, okay, let's go cheese and get a solid behind shutter, and that can cause a lot of problems. So this completely negates that.
Okay. This makes a lot of sense to me.
Yeah, because it's like no one really wants to bomb a solly through choke onto the medic on point because you've got 2 scouts with him and he just jumps down and it's just really hard to actually get force. Most medics back up into here thinking it's a good idea, but it's retarded. You want to back up and dance around and get airtime.
Yeah, you're a nice open area over there where you can like
Exactly.
surf and stuff
Yeah,
rather
exactly.
than backing up into
Yeah.
like a closed
Yeah, and it's
area.
like you've got 2 soldiers willing to like high bomb or spam choke, whilst I'm also slightly spamming choke if they're pressuring choke, and if they pressure cheese when that happens, it's like, well, they've already eaten a shitload of damage and we'll get the force probably. So, or they just bomb a solly through choke whilst they're pressuring cheese, which he probably won't be 300. So he's even easier to kill for your scouts, which are both with the medic. But the idea
Yeah,
is that the pocket soldier here spots frog and instantly backs up if he's called it, and then he's in a position where this scout is to spam right frog or spam there, whilst this soldier can also spam there, whilst I can also spam there, and just still like keep eye on cheese.
Right, okay.
Like it's just a good hunt.
That looks strong.
Yeah. With the two scouts on point, Sully spotting frog and this dude spotting like choke frog and helping me if I need it.
Usually I'd put flank scout where the roamer is.
Yeah, I don't know why, because it's like furthest away from the medic, and it's like this map is brilliant for high bombs on second if there's only one scout. But if there's two scouts, no one's wanting to do that.
You're just kind of gambling.
Yeah, it's just I don't know what he'd achieve here. I don't know what he'd achieve here ever. If you think about it.
Yeah.
Because they want to force us, which equals have scouts with nade. Simple stuff, which is quite important. Cheese is dog shit. It's written here. So if you want to not use, go frog, because you see the widest amount of area. You can walk up wide. They're cheese. They probably have to leave if they see you here. If you want to use, go choke. I know frog is closer, but
and do the diagonal thing.
Yes, exactly. This is again a demo specific thing that people aren't going to believe me or understand. But if I'm a demo and you want to bomb me through frog, it's so much harder to get the sticks to cut them off, leaving cheese as I'm bombing around a fucking corner than it is to jump diagonally.
You have perma LOS on them.
Yeah, exactly. I can also charge my stickies after that bomb already, and the stickies can cut them off cheese if it's a diagonal bomb. But to go around a corner, it's just not going to happen. So it's a demo specific feeling. But that's why.
Is that soldier and scout go cheese or
I think that bomb two solis through choke, because basically the idea is right, you get the two solis buffed whilst you're in frog and they both bomb through choke because they'll both be 300, and then you have a flank scout cover fucking cheese just by himself, and then have the scout and demo use walk through frog for free. You can bring a soli frog, I guess, but it just seems like more opportunity for him to eat spam rather than just jumping through first and then us walking through frog after. So
the cheese backup just looks a lot stronger, you know, especially if you can just 1v1 a scout that's not going to be full buff.
It definitely does, but our Sully's bombing through choke. If there is a back cap,
he'll be able to spot.
Exactly, and he'll be able to help the dude getting 1v1'd in cheese. Because he'll shoot the scout in the back who's trying to back cap, if you know what I mean. The soldier bombing through. So it's like, the cheese back cap is the biggest threat, but it's like, I think, it's like I was kind of saying to you, I think cheese back caps are like, for now, a bit of a throw.
A bit mid anyways.
Yeah, exactly. Like, the chances are you just meet a player. Unless their player's down, then change it up. But unless their player's down, I wouldn't recommend at all. In fact, I would never. I'm not a flank player, but I don't see why anyone would want to back cap unless you've like got picks or they've specifically done a fuck up in their push. But that should be fine. And then finally, pushing out of last. So simple. Demo holds lobby. Demo comes out of lobby, stickies cheese. Scouts are on point instantly. Medics here, ready to leave lobby or valley. While soldiers.
It's basically just like
it just becomes
holding even.
Yeah, exactly. Just take position and like the same kind of shit happens. But both scouts are on point real quick. It's the important bit.
Right.
Oh, like I say, it's all honestly like spent fucking hours talking about it, watching like prem demos and shit.
You really condense that down to something that's very
understandable.
digestible.
Yes, I feel like people are worried that I'm going to be like, we do this, that. But with these pictures, it's literally all you have to remember as a scout is like 5-6 positions, which is kind of self-explanatory, you know.
Yeah.
Like all it is stand in this position, spam sack. I do my thing. Soldier does their thing. Medic leaves or whatever.
Yeah, because scouts can really just AFK and pause, or like say that they're going for a back cap or something.
But like, this is exactly what we did, and we fucking did so well in Div 2. And
the last one,
I just trust my studies because me and Jen spent so long.
Yeah.
It's not just like, oh, let's stick a medic here, let's stick a scout here. It's like specific scenario covering moments.
Yeah,
so it's really nice to explain to you.
Wait, can you go back to that? Was that even or Disad hold? On second.
This one. Is that going about? Disad.
No. It's equal. On second. Yeah. Yep. Funnily enough, I actually liked having the flank scout on the bit where the white circle is, actually. I think that's also really quite nice.
I think so. Maybe you're right, because to be fair, the pocket solly will back up when he sees them frog, and he'll just stand where the flank scout stands anyway. So maybe you're right. I agree.
It's just a super nice position to
Yeah.
stand on. That little grassy area is so nice.
Yeah, I agree really because like I say, this pocket soldier comes out the second it's called their coming choke or cheese. He's just there to spot frog early because if you spot frog early, pre-spamming this bit here is key.
Hmm.
That's the idea of him in frog, but he comes out the second that they're like called not there. So yeah, I agree really.
Yeah. You also get super nice vision of everything from the little grassy bit as well.
Yeah, yeah, you can just tank the solly on point and it's fine. Because imagine walking through here and there's a tanked solly here and a solly here, and I'm throwing pipes and sticks over
And
here.
there's pipes and there's
Yeah,
scout chip
exactly. I
shotting
know
me
it's
as
all
well.
really far back and different and spread out, but like it's actually all in like a
Yeah.
nice straight line really when you look at the whole icons. Like demo's safe because he's got a shutter, same as like big door.
Shit, I wish I recorded this
I
actually.
have recorded it in a VOD.
Oh, you should send this to the boys actually.
I'll try.
I'll give it my Nintel seal of approval.
Thank you.
'Cause,
Yeah, I'm like so I'll do whatever, but I'm really really confident about Sultry, and I feel like no one's really put hours into it yet. So I'm just this is stuff that has proven to be effective. Not saying work 100% of the time, but we don't have anything right now. So
yeah, yeah, yeah.